All right, y'all. So I decided to hop on here and do a live. I was getting a lot of emails um, from people, so we'll kind of wait on this live stream to go out and let people get in here, and we can kind of discuss some things. So this is always the awkward part where I'm sitting here staring at the screen. Oh, we got somebody in. Hey, y'all, right? Who's in here? What's up, Mac? You're the first one in. First one here. We got. There's some people. There's Mimi. What's up, Austin? Janice, Gerald, Becky, and Debbie. Gaudy. Uh, Mark D. Lone Wolf. Hey, Shelly. Um, all right. So, A from Spain. Well, we got people from everywhere this morning. Hey, Libby. What's up, Mike? Uh, so you all, I've been getting inundated with messages, checking on me, making sure that I'm okay and my family's okay. I fortunately was not in the path of the flooding. The majority of the flooding happened um, just kind of, I say over the mountain, but just kind of about 45 minutes from me. So fortunately, uh, I'm good. My house is good. Um, but to be honest with you, the like, y'all, it's horrible. Like it's bad. Like I don't even know really kind of what to say about the situation. I went up to Newport, up to Del Rio, went up to Irwin, was on the Nolichucky, and it's just like, okay. For example, you all saw the video that I put out on the Nolichucky, on the Nolichucky River. So when I was there, the flood waters were still high. Since then, the waters have um, gone down, and from what I've been hearing is that people thought that there were Halloween decorations scattered everywhere at first, but it wasn't. Um, like I don't even like, and there's a lot of people making this political. This is probably the furthest thing that we should make political. Than like, I'm mad at both sides. Like both sides. Like screw all of you. Like to be honest with you, like I mean, it's just horrible. I know that there's a lot of people, and I kind of wanted to make this video because I'm seeing a lot of people talking about flying into Nashville, flying into Asheville, flying into areas and trying to travel there. Um, Getting there is going to be close to impossible. Like, I mean, the majority of the roads that were affected are completely impassable. There are situations where they are rerouting people, but the fact of the matter is, I feel like I'm about to fall, and I don't know why. Maybe it's just that I don't. um, but the fact of the matter is, like it, I understand people's need and want to help, like I do, but um this situation, and I'm saying, I'm not telling you not to go. I'm not saying that at all. We need all the help we can get. But the reality is, you have to be prepared for what you're about to experience. Like, it's bad, like next level bad. So, I, just please, like, and I'm furious. Like, I've been so mad. Harry, you're the same way. I've been so mad, literally just like all week. Just absolutely just irate. Like, I don't even know what to do. Like, I understand that, like, the media and the government needs to put out this image that that FEMA was there immediately, and they're like they're helping and all, but like the fact of the matter is, and you all saw it in my video, like I like rode around town. They're they're just not there. Like, I don't even know what to say to people. Like that's the thing. Like that's the thing. I'm just kind of speechless. Like, it's great to see like the community that has come together, but it's just it's horrible. It's horrible. I don't want, and this is from my personal experience. Like, I'm not trying to say that, that the hell, and I've really kind of delayed coming up and talking about this situation, but the fact of the matter is, I'm active in Appalachia. Like, I'm gonna be trying to go back and load some trucks, or just do what I can. But it's like, the bigger, this is what I'm seeing. Okay, this is me. I've like I'm going there. I've been there. Like, okay, so the bigger communities right now, you are seeing the FEMA presence, from what I'm told. The problem is, like, you got to kind of break down like the two states in the high density population areas. So you have Asheville, which was decimated. So there are a lot of people there for sure. There's a lot of people there that have passed, that are missing, that and everything. But the fact of the matter is, there are high concentrations of the population there that need that help immediately. So FEMA is responding. I have not seen this firsthand. Okay, so I'm just putting that out there, to the higher density population areas. The smaller communities like Irwin, Tennessee, Newport, Tennessee, Del Rio, like these areas, they are not getting that same response. I don't want to play devil's advocate, because it's just all around, like, yeah, Harry, there's people that live throughout the Appalachia, and it's like, so okay, I'm seeing 750. I'm seeing 750 a lot. So let's talk about the 750. Okay, so I understand that it's immediate, firsthand need. Okay, in 2021 there was an opportunity to change this. Okay, it didn't happen. All right, for whatever reason, it doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is, now that there's a lot of price gouging happening. Y'all, Harley's here. What's up, brother? Glad to see you're here. Dude, you're out in Middle Tennessee, aren't you? But yeah, so y'all that don't know, Bigfoot Reports and Data is Harley. He is a Newport native, and he's going to be experiencing the same thing. Stuart, dude, thank you so much. That's awesome. So the $750, right? And I'm going to do my best to stay on topic here. So I understand that it's in for an immediate need. The fact of the matter is, inflation's crazy. We have price gouging happening right now. You can see all the videos, and say that you're able, say you're able, but y'all, it's not about. Here's the thing. This is the thing that everybody's missing. These people don't have computers. Like, they don't have the internet. They don't have power. Like, even if you gave them, so even if like they could apply for this, like they can't. Like they can't. Like, and that's where I'm like my frustration is like through the roof. Everybody's mad because we got people saying that the 750 is not enough because we're sending billions to Ukraine. Um, we've got the other side saying it's just an initial payment, but everybody's arguing about the amounts, but there's no access to it. Like, that's just it's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling, like how quickly a situation can divide people, and it's like, uh, and here I am. I'm like I've gotten an ungodly. Um, oh, you did? Okay, I'll check, man. I don't. My Instagram is really kind of hard to get a hold of me, um, but like it's just wild. So like I don't. There's like such a division, and I'm seeing all of this about the lithium mines, um, and I'll be honest, like I don't think it's about the lithium. There's another material that's in that area. Um, you all have heard me talk about the crystal a lot on this channel. Um, there's you know it's sad. It's so sad. Yeah, the courts. Yeah. So I just want to say that I'm okay. I'm glad Harley came on, because I've been kind of going back and forth with Tony. I've been seeing messages from Harley come through, but then I'm like inundated with messages, and I keep forgetting to freaking respond. So I just kind of wanted to take the time to at least kind of address some things. And I know about this time, like everybody's pretty much like just kind of exhausted with the situation. And Harry, no, Knoxville. I mean, we had some pretty heavy storms, but like compared to like what actually happened, I've never seen anything like this in my life. Like I've never seen devastation like the areas at Newport, all of these other areas in in Tennessee and North Carolina got hit. I've never seen anything like that. From my understanding, there was a flood that happened in like the 1900s, but it's something that hit us in a way that is just catastrophic. But what the good thing that I am seeing is I am seeing a lot of people that are coming together. Basically, anywhere that you go, in Knoxville, there's going to be like donation areas. Out in Loudon, there's tons of donation places to donate. The biggest concentration of things right now is, um, I want to say, the problem with this is everybody. I feel like now, and I was the same way. We're seeing this as a sprint, but in reality, like this is going to be a marathon. Like this, you're talking about the complete restruction, reconstruction of towns, of people's homes. I know that Tennessee and North Carolina is overshadowing a lot of the stuff that's happened in Georgia, Georgia and Florida. But there's another hurricane on the way. I was researching. I'm kind of a nerd when it comes to like weather systems like this. So the one that's in the Gulf right now has a barometric pressure of 9.1. So basically, the information that they have gathered is stating that there's a possibility that this could be a Category 5 hurricane by Wednesday. Um, so, y'all, it's coming again. So, one thing that I did learn, and I don't see a lot of people talking about this, but my godmother was, and I don't know why this stuck with me. My godmother lived in Florida, and one time we were down there for something, and they had started throwing all of the pool, like chairs and stuff like that, into the pool, um, like all of the tables and stuff like that, um, and I didn't understand why. Um, sorry. Um, and this is apparently uh, to prevent like projectiles from being thrown around, um, in these high storms. Well, okay, so all across the coast now we have all of this debris. The water is kind of looking like it's going back down. Um, in the places that I saw, like, a lot of these rivers are starting to recede, but like it just kind of if we start getting high winds and stuff like that again, it's just going to be like complete and utter chaos. Like, so there's a reality that this whole situation could get a lot worse before it gets a lot better. My initial, I was able to go by, and I picked up I bought a bunch of tarps. Um, Everybody kind of looked at me like I was crazy, and saying that they're going to need tarps, but like the right, Harry, the entire mountainside are gone. Like, these people, it's just terrifying. Sir Spookfest, what's up? Okay, I'll try to go back and answer. Um, so is Nicolas Cage in here? What is this? Why is everybody talking about Nicolas Cage? um, so y'all, the fact of the matter is, and I'm hearing talks of like militias forming. I know a lot of the sheriffs have said that if anybody tries to prevent people from interfering with like rescue efforts, that they'll be arrested. Um, Not trying to play devil's advocate here, but if there's a lot of people that are coming to town that are from out of state, that have not experienced the Appalachian Mountains. The Appalachian Mountains can be extremely dangerous on a good day. Um, this situation now, because we have a lot of limestone and there's a lot of caves, a lot of the areas are collapsing. The roads, there's roads that are just completely gone, like they were never even there. So it's just shit. Shit the bed Fred's here. It's like my favorite screen name. um, so like I just want, I know that everybody wants to help. I know that. And I know, and I'm not seeing this message being put out, but there needs to be a word of caution. Like, it really does. Like, this is not a political thing. This is not the government screwing us over. Like, these areas, y'all, are freaking dangerous. Like, really dangerous. And you are going to be seeing things that you cannot, like, it's going to give you PTSD, like, hands down. Like, it's going to bother you. Like, it's just if you all come, just be mindful. Like, I know that they need all the help that they can get, but um, there's a lot of areas that really needs um, yeah, Harry, they're in the trees, they're in the rivers. There's a shortage of body bags. Like it's bad. Um, what's up, uh, Brandon Harris? That's cool. Um, so I just kind of want to put that out there. Yeah, uh, Damien, thank you for bringing up that point. So okay, the sewage alone. In this, I like this got me. I thought initially I caught like a stomach bug or something like that. But what had happened is that when I went to Newport, Harley, I was over at Po Boys. You probably know the place, um, and talking to them, and I had bought an apple, and I walked outside, and we were about to head out to another place, and I dropped the apple on the ground. I didn't really think about it. It's an apple, and so I just kind of wiped it off, and I ate the apple. The next day, I was like so sick that like I don't even know how to explain it. But I think that I had eaten some contamination off of the ground. So in that simple of a situation, like I dropped an apple on the ground, I picked it up and I ate it, and that made me that sick. Um, are volunteers allowed to do the dangerous stuff? Like you have to have certain training, from my understanding. Um, Realistically, like it's kind of like the old west. Like if you get caught going into one of these dangerous areas like alone, there's a good chance that you could be arrested. Just because if you don't have the experience and the training, um, there's a good opportunity, and they have to make um, like route maps. So they send people out, like they're documenting their journey. They know, like they're the locals know how to travel the mountains. Like so, it can be like it can be really dangerous. So I wouldn't recommend just going out there and hitting the mountains. Like you need to go find a local church would be the best effort, because like Harry said, they'll end up having to rescue you, and that's another reason why I came on here, is just because I just want to put that out there. Like you all see me go out into the mountains all the time, and it seems pretty safe. It doesn't seem dangerous or stuff like that. But the reality is they can be extremely extremely dangerous. And you can be in a really bad situation really quick, and then you'll be taking away rescue efforts to help you. Then so if you're prepared and you can do that, then yeah, um, like you know what I mean. So just be extremely mindful. Oh, Terry, thank you for the PayPal. I appreciate that. Um, I'm going, y'all, and I'm going to be honest. I'm kind of conflicted, as far as putting out the material that I have. Um, my initial thought was I need to get out there and show this to everybody. Um, but once I got out there and I met the people, and like I've come like firsthand and seen like the devastation. Like I don't know if it's a good thing. Like um, it's important. I know it is, but I don't. I think me helping is more important than like putting out content on the areas. Maybe after things kind of calm down, I'll put out videos. Um, and and kind of go from there. Um, but with that being said, so you know, and I put this out to my members. What I'm going to be doing is there is a lot of businesses that have been like completely destroyed, a lot of families that are now just without a way of an income. On my channel, and you know, I know I'm not a huge creator, but at the same time, I do have a pretty good solid reach. Um, any 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 small business that like needs advertising, I'm gonna give up probably at least 2 minutes of ad time on my videos from to the near future, just to try to kind of help some people get back on their feet if I can. I don't know if it'll help. I don't know what the sorry, I'm sitting here shaking the camera. Um, I don't know how well it's going to go, but it's out there. If you're a small business, you were affected by by the floods, shoot me an email. I'll even create the ad for you for free. Everything's for free. Um, it's just my time, so I'll be happy to do whatever I can. Um, is this a way to stop the election? This is not going to stop the elections. No, no, people are too pissed off. Like, it's just not. Like, it's just not. Like, it's not. There is. I saw, or some of my friends that were over at Fort Bragg. Well, Fort Liberty now. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, dude. All right, y'all. Nicholas is gone. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. I kind of wasn't seeing there. But we have I know over, I think, like 500 soldiers from the airborne division headed, or I think it was 100 from the airborne, 500 in support, heading out from Fort Liberty. So all active duty guys. So they'll have all the equipment, they'll have all the knowledge, the experience with the mountains. So I think rescue efforts are going to be dramatically increased, which I was really excited to see. Yeah, Fort Liberty. It's it was Fort Bragg, but Fort Bragg, they changed the name of it. Um, I don't know. So yeah, Mahala, that's a good idea. In the upcoming days, I'm gonna be working on some content to show like how to distill water, how to process water. I think that might be beneficial. Yeah, no more Fort Bragg. They got rid of it. They something to do with the name. Something to do with the name, obviously, because they changed the name, Brian. But it kind of came about when. So, how are these people going to vote? That's a good question. You want to learn more about shrooms? Yeah, dude, I'm becoming more and more fascinated with that. So, what they'll do, I know that the Republican Party, at least I know, is going to be arranging these huge efforts to reroute everybody, give people the opportunity for mail-in voting, get them signed up, because they can implement like certain situations where they can then mail their ballots in. Um, so I'm not concerned about the voting thing at all. Um, Other than the fact that there were a lot of people who passed away, and I think that the number that is being reported is grossly underestimated. Like, so, well, mail-in voting. Okay, if you were in the military, you'll know mail-in voting can be very effective. Like if it's handled right. Like if mail-in voting is fine if it's a concentration of like small people of a small concentration of people, like people at a military installation. Okay, like they all the majority of them are going to vote by mail. In those situations, we know exactly like how how the votes are handled when you mass send out like mail-in votes, mail-in ballots like across an entire state. Like there's no control because the amount that you're going to get back, you don't have any idea. Like there's um all right, y'all. So Harley just put it out a massive point. Over 13,000 missing in North Carolina is the official estimation on how many, like y'all, like that's the thing. Like there's so many people missing, um, that, and I guess maybe that's how they are getting um, these numbers for the death toll, is that those are just the only people that they found so far. Like, yo, I do missing person stories on Appalachia all the time. Like, people go missing here. Like on their own without a flood. Like, is what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm not saying anything paranormal is happening, but like the fact is that people get lost in these woods, like assuming that they could have survived. It's just going to be catastrophic because there were people literally everywhere. Like they're and that's the thing, is it's just they're tucked in everywhere, and it's just it's going to be really hard, and it's going to be a marathon on helping everybody. It just really is. So don't get yourself like overburdened by this, because I think right now there's a massive need for people immediately, but there's going to be a massive need for people for months, especially going into like winter. Like, um, it like this isn't gonna stop. Like it's just not gonna stop. Um, and I can't even imagine that if next week another hurricane hits and something like a category 5, um, it's uh, I don't know. It's bad. It's bad. Uh, Roy, thank you for the PayPal. That's a help. I'm going to be heading out next week. I'll be. I'm going to try to get some more tarps to bring up because we do have storms that are going to be coming in. I think people are going to be needing some tarps, so I'm going to try to do what I can to pick them up. So I'll be helping out as much as I can. Uh, The creator never sleeps, nor do his angles. It's true. Um, Roses has tarps. I've been hitting Harbor Freight. I was planning on hitting Tractor Supply too, and Northern Tool. They usually have some pretty good. Um, yeah, I just I don't even know what to do. Like I'm trying to talk about it. I tried to put out that video. I'm trying to think of ways that I can help, and it's like nothing that you could do can like it's such an overwhelming situation. Like I want to help so much more than I can that it's just ridiculous. Alan Howell, thank you. That's awesome, man. I appreciate it. But with the paranormal stuff, I'm going to be trying to be putting out some other content too as well, y'all. Like I know that at least I feel like it is. Like my content's kind of a good in between. It's away from the political side of things. It's away from the craziness of life, and gives people kind of an outlet. At least that's how I've interpreted it. Um, so I'm going to be trying as much as I can to put out more content. Members, you all had a new video drop last night that I've been working on. I've been talking about like this whole cinema thing and mixing stuff in. I've been working on the Bell Witch story. I'm kind of trying to present it in like a different way. Because I'm not 100% sold that the cave is involved. For those of you all who know the story, and know what's going on, like it's kind of weird. Like I just research it, and like really look into it. Like it's kind of weird. So I've been working on the Bell Witch story. And it's because it's one of the most documented hauntings in the like in American history. I think it's more than land. So y'all are, yeah. This live stream has. I tried to drive the conversation. So y'all gotta. You, the issue is with the land is there is the mountains are like, how do I put this? Like this isn't like a desert mining situation. Um like this isn't like mass, like just areas of land that these people can just move into and start exporting all of the, what's up Jimmy, all of the minerals there. Like these are areas that are extremely mountainous. Like I mean it's like this is an effort. If this is solely about the lithium and the quartz crystal, um it's I don't know. I just don't see them being able to move into these areas very quickly and making any changes to be able to mine. Because at the end of the day, like the backwoods Appalachian man is there. Like he's the quiet one. He's the one that's not talking. He's not on social media. He's not um, in the town screaming and yelling. He's the quiet one. Okay, and in his hunting cabin, he still has a lot of supplies. So if they start trying to move in on these people's land, like it's just I just don't see it. Like I just don't see it. I don't see it. And believe me, y'all, I am like 100% like in for a good um conspiracy, but like realistically, I just don't see it. I don't see it. I could be wrong. I'm 100% like if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Like I'm okay with that. But I just don't the response that would happen with these people. Like, and I know a lot of these people. Like I do. Like I grew up with a lot of these people. Like they're like they're not listening to Elon. They're not listening. They're not listening to any of that stuff. Like, and those are the people that will come out and then this situation is going to be on a whole another level. Um, so it's yeah, they're not going to leave without a fight. Like they're just not. Like it's not even like kind of in the question. And I think that the government knows that. I think these companies know that. Um, like at the end of the day, like it like these people will defend their land at all costs. Like so, like I don't get too worked up about the whole lithium thing, the quartz crystal. Like, you know, there's it's just not they're just not going to give it up, and it's not even like it's not a debate. It's not like it's really not. So like I know people like in Townsend that owned a cabin that the government was looking to expand the to expand the roadway, and they were trying to buy it, and they kept coming back. Like it was just this old cabin that they had like for generations in a family, and they still own the land. They were like grandfathered in for everything. They got up to like $2.5 million, like for just this. They weren't buying the cabin, they were buying, I think it couldn't have been more than an acre of land. Like it just couldn't have. And they just refused because it wasn't about the money. Like it's not about the money at all. So like uh, when you look at it kind of from that perspective, like it's going to be really hard to get people to get off of their land. So, and not to mention with social media these days, like if that stuff does start happening in America, like that'll start a civil war. Probably shouldn't say that on here. That'll start a conflict. Um, but yeah, a lot of these families have been here for over 300 years. You know, it's but let's see here. The homesteads have been passed. Um, I thought of investing in lithium. There's Kelly. We went to East. Wait. Oh, yeah. I agree. Like once you look into any of that stuff, Kelly, like looking into investing into that stuff, it's in how it comes, it's just kind of devastating, you know. I don't really know. And that's the thing. Like, I don't even know how big the deposits are there. Like, really. Like, I understand that there are deposits in that area, but it's like, you know, uh, Gondrian. So I don't think they. I don't think that's necessarily true. Um, I think that doesn't really help them much. Um, Wendy Cakes, member for 11 months. How awesome is that? Yeah, I think I'm over 50 members now. It's freaking awesome. That's like so cool. I saw that statistic and I was just like, holy crap. Like, that's amazing. I was so excited about that. And I've been really trying harder. Being a social media creator and having like ADD, like I have so much stuff I want to do, but I just can't get it done. And so I've got so much like content that I haven't put out that is just kind of taking up space. And I've been trying to get it over to the members because I've been working on this Bell Witch thing. And I realized that with all of these storms and everything's coming up, like I don't think I'll be able to get that out over there, just because I'm like so like focused on a million things. I'm not focused on anything, but I'm hyper focused on everything. If that makes any sense to anybody. I'm sure we got a couple people out there like me. Shit the bed, you're awesome. Shit the bed, Fred. Y'all, and something else that I am doing, and I think I've got another one scheduled. So anybody that is looking to get into social media, like content creation, you know, you like the paranormal, you don't know where to start, you don't know how to get anybody else to come talk. I'm also like volunteering my time. I'm still doing that. So you all, if you know, if you need some subject matter, I'll be happy to help you anywhere I can. Then I put you on my channel. I'll promote the podcasts that we do and kind of go from there. I started to do this a while back, and then I didn't, and I'm gonna have to go back because I think I missed like one or two that I didn't put on. It wasn't intentional. I just got sidetracked with a million other things. So, but I'll be willing to help you any way that I can. So even if it's just like a Zoom call, I'm good with that. A lot of us, we do them by like StreamYard or Zoom, or I don't know. There's several platforms. So just putting that out there into the ether. You think you just became a member, Mahala? Yeah, you did. That's awesome. Thank you so much. That's great. There's Jeff. What's up, dude? You are running late. Where you been? Jeff's been a big helper on the channel, big contributor. He always supports me when I put my mouth out there. So, you did? Okay. I probably saw it and I probably forgot. I'm sorry, dude. Like, I've just been like so inundated with everything, and like, I don't even know where my mind's at. So, Janice, she's always been awesome. Vlogger teams, always find it cool. Little handlers. Well, you found one. I'll be happy to. I don't care if you have one follower. Like, it's cool. Like, I started, like, I made that jump. So I know, like, how kind of nerve-wracking and how exciting and how defeating it can be. So, working on Saturday sucks. Is it Saturday? Is today Saturday? I thought today was Sunday. Jimmy, dude, I'm so sorry to hear that. It's Sunday. Thank you. I was about to I was about to freak out. Mark D, what's up, dude? Um, it's Sunday, yeah. Jimmy, I'm sorry to hear that, man. It's I lost my father about a year ago, and it's been weird. It's kind of strange. Like every day, like I still think of him. Like I lost my mom when I was 30, and then lost my dad when I was 41. I'm kind of to the age where I'm starting to forget how old I am. But it's it's weird. It's weird, but I'll definitely pray for your dad. Um, it's he's at peace now. Just know that. Like really, like all the chaos in life, like it's it's gone. So, yeah, I know it's hard to kind of deal with it. Like I struggle with it. Pete UK, thank you so much. Welcome to the Crow. It's kind of funny. I like started the members. It's funny to see the names. I might need to work on them. I forget how old I am. I think I'm in my 20s, but I'm 44. Exactly, dude. Exactly. The only thing that like people say you get wiser when you get older, like, and I guess to an extent it's true because I can now predict the weather. Like I know when it's gonna rain. Like I just become like beat down. Jeff Buck B, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Um, and it's kind of funny once you hit that age, like once you hit like 40, you're like, I'm supposed to be the adult here. Like, wait a minute. Like, so yeah, it's kind of funny, but um, yeah, your knees, like you just you feel it like everywhere. Like you got parts of your body that you didn't even know that you had. Like said that all the way up till I broke my back. Now I can tell you when it will rain. Yeah, exactly, dude. It's so weird. It's so weird. But I'm finally I get an MRI. Finally, finally, I go tomorrow for an MRI. Wait till you hit 60. I'm sure. I'm sure. You missed the live stream from earlier, but catch in 50 minutes later. Yeah, holy crap. I've already been talking for 50 minutes. Holy crap. Yeah, I've been waiting on the VA. It's kind of funny. Like, I get this like catastrophic news. Like, they're like, Brian, like, you are losing complete function of your hands. Like, you have to, because like, I like working on cars. Like, I like working on motorcycles. Like, my, I've got more tools than you can imagine. Um, like, and I don't even know where they all came from, but like, then I go to the VA and get all this work done. They do a nerve conduction test. They're like, yeah, you have to do something about this nerve damage, and we got to figure out really what's going on. And they're like, you can't be hammering anything. You can't be using your hands for an extended period of time. MS, I don't think so. Um, I did find they did an X-ray, and they found that I have multiple compound fractures in my thoracic spine. Um, so they because they've been wanting to do surgery on my hand because my hands have been bothering me for a long time. Um, so they're like, yeah, we're gonna do the carpal tunnel surgery, then we're gonna do an elbow surgery, and then there's like and it's just kind of like working their way up. They like just kind of want to work their way up, and I'm like, I don't want to be like, I'm not a test dummy. Like, and now I'm at the situation where they think that the nerves that are affecting both of my my hands are being compressed by the vertebrae that were compound fractured in my back. Um, but they're saying that the fractures are old, so it's from the military. That the VA, the military initially like missed. So I've just been kind of like hobbling around. Um, and they're like, yeah, take some ibuprofen. So, oh, government systems, y'all, they're silly. So yeah, shit the bed. That's the thing is like, and I'm really terrified of surgery. Like I'm supposed to have 2 full knee replacements. Like I don't know. I'm gonna do it. I'm waiting on that till like I just can't walk anymore. Um, but my dad, um, when I was a kid, was in a car accident. He got hit by a drunk driver, and he had some major. Like I was young. He had some major problems in his spine, and they had um, they had this like like experimental surgery, um, and they were like, yeah, we can try this surgery, and yeah, y'all hit that like button. YouTube's been killing me, like killing me. It's crazy. I don't know why. Um, but they were like, you can have this experimental surgery. Well, the experimental surgery went great. They had no problems. It was like a feat of medical like triumph. But when they opened him up, they cut all the nerves in his side. So all of the muscles on the right side of his body was completely atrophied. Like he just had this big mass. And growing up, like I always saw my dad like as a direct result of surgery, like direct result of surgery, and it's just kind of like, you want me to do that now? Like, no. Oh, I know, Sharon. Everybody says like the knee replacements, the hip replacements are the best thing. But then you all want to hear a real conspiracy. So, growing up, so a surgery like that, a malpractice, like it was opening him up. Like it wasn't even the surgeon that did the spinal surgery, right? It was the guy that came in to open him up that messed him up. Obviously, because it was an experimental surgery, they recorded everything. So there was cameras everywhere. Like my dad was a photographer, so he was all about it. Like he wanted to be able to go back and see everything that they did. So once that happened and they realized like how badly they had disfigured him, they were like, oh shit. So behind my house, growing up in East Tennessee, there was like, it was just woods. It's just woods and farmland. I've been kind of, I recently just saw that they put the woods up for sale. And it's like, I kind of want to go back there and go walk through them again. And I might do that. I don't know. But anyway, so, and this was in the 90s, like early 90s, I think. No, it would have been in the 80s. Late 80s, maybe early 90s. So they start sending people to record my dad before he's able to file a malpractice lawsuit, because my dad finally realized what had happened, because obviously he was like, I'm messed up, right? Like, and he's like, I need to get a lawyer because this part of it was not discussed at all. So by the time my dad gets a lawyer, goes and approaches, it's a major hospital in Tennessee. So I'm going to say, by the time he reaches the lawsuit to them, they pull out these tapes of my dad like walking around the yard. And they're like, you're not as disabled as you are claiming to be. And my dad's like, okay, whatever. Let me see the experimental tapes that we had done, right? Like, we'll just go through, like, the attorney's just like, yeah, we'll go through that. The hospital was like, oh, well, we lost those tapes. I'm sorry. Like, they're gone. So it was just like a complete, like, cover up, because it was a huge disfigurement, like, huge disfigurement. And I mean, I would imagine it would have been a multi-million dollar payout. So yeah, he lost the lawsuit, like, lost it. So yeah, yeah, it was horrible. Like, and I'm the youngest, so I got an older brother. And here we were both young, growing up with a dad that was just all fucked up. It's been an interesting existence. So I don't trust, like, and I just can't get over it, because even as a kid, I remember, um, after the surgery and walking into that room and being like, there's something wrong. Yeah, my dad was, like, hooked up to a breathing tube, and, like, you could see that there wasn't any alarms going off. Like, it was like a normal hospital, but, like, I could just tell that something was wrong. But yeah, they totally covered it up, and it was just a horrible, horrible situation. So yeah, I so I don't really know what to do with the situation, with my back, because it's just, I'm able to walk now. I'm able to hike. You know, so yeah, I know they could just kill you with anesthesia. Yeah, yeah. Wait a minute. Hold on. Queen was saying something. Kind of missed. I got to go back up. I'm not sure what I missed. Okay, it's kind of too far up here. I'm sorry. I was trying. So my dad passed away in his 60s. So yeah, he was like 65. Not sure if that's what you all were talking about, but by the time I saw that, um, but yeah, it's just kind of a stupid situation. Woo, Kristen, you missed it. You, um, thank you for supporting me. That's awesome. I really appreciate it. Um, Yeah, I know I am way too young. Like, I think I can. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the situation, but at least, um, I will be able to know exactly what's wrong with having the MRI done. So I'm kind of excited about that, because up until now it's just been like getting ignored, you know. So that's what's kind of frustrating. Um, so yeah, okay. Somebody was talking about something else here. With these floods, there was going to be, um, with the cryptids and Bigfoot being the forest with heavy rains and all. Um, so I think the majority of these cryptids do hunker down in the cave systems, throughout Appalachian, East Tennessee. Um, Expedition X was up on. So I definitely think I'm waiting on my episode of X. I was on Expedition X. They haven't released it yet, so when that comes out, I'll tell you all. They're they take forever, I guess. But so they were probably looking for Dogman like 5 years ago. But anyway, so I did get one story, regarding a hazmat team, that came in to an area and picked up two things. What they were exactly, I don't know. So I'm not sure. Uh, um, Yeah. Um, yeah, I've actually noticed that, Kelly. Like it's kind of weird. I don't know if it's the lighting. Um, but I noticed that the other day, like underneath my eyes, like for some reason it reflects yellow. But if you look into a mirror or if you shine a light directly into it, because I saw that and I was like, "Whoa, why am I yellow?" Um, and I, like it's just the way the light you can kind of see it. I don't know. Maybe I'm a vampire. Yeah. Uh, I've noticed that. Yeah, I've had blood work done and I'm good. So, it's just my lighting and my skin, I guess, under your out. Yeah. So, but that fits with hepatitis. So I was in the military. Obviously, I got tested for hepatitis pretty consistently. I've been out for a while now, but I still go to the doctor regularly. I don't know where I would end up getting hepatitis. Um, so I'm not too concerned with hepatitis, like unless it was like a foodborne hepatitis. So um, just from the apple. Shit, Mahalo, why'd you have to say that? That's a good point. Uh, it's kind of funny. I'm glad everybody's judging my skin tone now. um, no, I would imagine um, Eloise Asylum. What about the mosquitoes? So I would imagine. So I've been inoculated for just about everything. Like I have. I don't know if you can see it right here. Like I'm inoculated for smallpox. like, um, like I've been inoculated for anthrax, diphtheria, typhoid. I mean, I know a lot of those are expiring probably in my body, but um, yeah, like that was another thing. Like when I was in the military, they it's one thing that they don't tell you. Like um, they basically just make you take your shirt off. You walk down a hallway and you just get all of these inoculations. Like I got smallpox, anthrax, um, diphtheria, and like two other ones, like all in the same day, like all in the same day. And y'all, you talk about your body going crazy because the smallpox is a live virus. Like you got to keep it covered and like it's not it like tears up your skin. Um, so yeah. So, oh yeah, with the mosquito, they gave me something else that I had to take. Um, Janice coming in swinging. It's okay. Like I don't. It's okay. Like so. Yeah. Yeah. It was a weird experience. But now I'm kind of like looking back. Like people talk about like, and especially when the vid came about. Like I was kind of like, well, I probably have some kind of variation of a vaccine already in me. So like it was kind of like I wasn't too worried about it. Like there'll be kind of one thing left on the earth is me and cockroaches after we finally start the nuclear war, Just miserable, like crawling around. I'm still here. You're pickled. I need to be pickled. I need a drink for sure. I might do that here later. Um, so yeah, I think I might wrap this live up. Yeah, looking back now, I wish I wish that I wouldn't have done all of the vaccines, but when I went in, I was pretty naive. Like I remember signing. that dotted line, you know, that I was basically government property. Like I would have gotten, like, you could have gotten in trouble, like if you didn't like get the vaccine. They had like this shot they called the peanut butter shot, and that was one of the worst ones, because it was a some sort of antibiotic, but they stuck it right in your ass, and you had like this golf ball for like a week. It was horrible. And then if you didn't, if your body didn't absorb it, they would have to go in and cut it out. And there was a couple guys that had happened to, and I remember seeing it and just been like, holy crap, like that was terrible. But yeah, I think, okay. So Shelly, thank you so much for your support. You're always on point. I love you. I love all of you all. Y'all are awesome. I hope you all kind of, those of you all that were looking to help in these areas, I hope I kind of brought some rationality to the situation. You know, like I said, it's really bad. We got another member. Right on. The situation's really bad, so you need to prepare yourself mentally for what you're going to be experiencing. It's not a political thing at all. I just, you know, it is what it is. So make sure, you know, everybody, take care, be safe, and start stocking up on some water. So food, bit of parting advice. You can go without food for 18 days, okay? You can only go without water for 3. So, y'all take that to heart, because this situation's really kind of opened up my eyes even more. Like, I was already kind of a prepper, but like there was just a solar storm that happened again. So anyway, love you all. I'm gonna go. Bye. Ah.